We will call this meeting to order at 6:35 p.m. We will begin our item of the agenda with roll call. Senator Christian Arredondo, Senator Reed Blake, Senator Akeem Brown,
Present.
Senator Fabian Escobedo,
Present.
Senator Ali Isles, Senator Jackie Jacoby,
Present.
Senator Colette King, Senator Delaney Koenig,
Present.
Senator Richard Lee,
Present.
Senator Carlton Newman,
Present.
Senator Priscilla Correa,
Present.
Senator Jason Ramirez,
Present.
Senator Herman Senga,
Present.
Senator Summer Schaefer,
Present.
Senator Sam Uwe, President Pro Tempore Devin Plaza,
Present.
Personnel Director Ashley Harano,
Present.
Marketing and Promotions Director Raveen Mathod,
Present.
Elections Director Stephanie Rose,
Present.
Outreach Director Jessica Arquidez, Senate Secretary Adelia Chakra,
Present.
Parliamentarian Momo Hussein, Vice President of Campus Internal Affairs Fernando Echeverria,
Present.
Vice President of External Affairs Abraham Galvan, Vice President of Finance Ira Sheng,
Present.
President Afi Karim.
Present.
Many of our members are absent due to the Regents meeting at UC San Francisco. That's going on until later tonight. Moving on with our next item on the agenda, we have the approval. Quick note, quick of a typo on the agenda. In between section F and G, there is an Office of the President note that I did not print out. So just make a quick note of that. In between sections F and G, Office of the President, brief note. So at this time, I'll open up to the Senate floor on motions to adopt or amend the agenda. Do I have a motion?
I motion to amend the agenda.
Yes. Did you amend it?
I motion to adopt the agenda.
Oh, okay. Motion to adopt the agenda by Senator Richard Lee. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Senator Fabian Escobedo. All those in favor? All those opposed? And abstained. Okay, by a vote of 12-0-1, this motion passes. Okay. We will now move on to our section E of ex officios. Any ex officios that are in attendance, we invite you to please come up to the table and state your name for our minutes purposes. And the floor is yours.
Right, so my name is Jorge Jauregui, and I'm not sure if some of you guys, or maybe a few, I don't know, if you guys have heard about the 43 students that got killed in Mexico. Well, it caused a lot of protests in Mexico, a lot of social media. It blew up basically all over Twitter, and it's basically causing there's a lot of awareness about it recently, and in solidarity with UCR and Ayotzinapa, tomorrow we will be having an event, and it's going to be divided into two parts. So tomorrow, November 20th, the first part, it will be at 12 p.m., 12 to 1 p.m., and it'll be, there will be guest speakers. There will also be 43 chairs at the bell tower, and it will be empty, and in those chairs each one will have like a picture of one of the 43 students. So it will be good if you guys have any support. The second part, it will be at 6 p.m. and it'll be a candlelight vigil, kind of like the UCSB one we had last year. And for that one, we encourage everyone to wear black and to bring a candle in a cup if possible. And that'll be it. So, any questions?
Ask a question. When is the bell tower? Is it the bell tower?
Oh yeah, I forgot both events. The one at 12 p.m. and the one at 6 p.m. will be at the bell tower.
Jorge, if you'd like, if you want to have maybe a moment of silence for such the occasion, such a thing is appropriate at this time. If you'd like to request it.
Yes, please.
Okay, this time we'll have a moment of silence. Are there any ex officios who would like to speak at this time?
Hi, everyone. My name is Courtney Parker. I'm from RHA. My main report this week is this past weekend, myself as well as 9 other delegates from our leadership team got the opportunity to go to Cal Pomona, where we went to our Pacific Regional Conference for our residence hall related items. So we got to a number of other universities in California, Arizona, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, and we shared program ideas and just how other campuses around our particular region operate in terms of residence life and housing services to help our residents out. So that's it. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, before we move on to our next item of the agenda, just a quick note, I will be passing around the minutes, starting to my left and my right, simply read through it and look for any errors, omissions, or things, and simply sign on the back. Thank you so much. Moving on to our next item on the agenda, we have public forum. This is open to any members of the galley that wish to present to Senate on matters of any new business they wish to bring to our attention. So at this time, please, anyone in the public who wishes to come forward and present to Senate. Okay, with no volunteers, we can continue on with our agenda. The section G, our Office of the President. I will now yield the floor to President Karim.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So before the Board of Regents formally vote tomorrow, I would like us to formally record our dissent against the tuition increase proposal. So in solidarity with all other UCs, I motion to record the Associate Students of UCR disapprove UC President Janet Napolitano and the Regents Committee's move to increase tuition. Can I please have a second?
Seconded by Vice President of Campus and Internal Affairs, Fernando Echeverria. All those in favor?
I'd like to make a motion. Can we have a standing vote?
Yes, we can. Okay, by standing vote. All those in favor? Okay. All those opposed? We can sit down. And abstain. Okay, by unanimous vote, this passes.
So while I am deeply disappointed by the Regents Committee decision today, we must not stop here. We need to not only let our regents know of our disapproval, but looking forward, we must hold our state and our governor accountable to reinvest in education and divest from incarceration. This fight is not over. Not now, not tomorrow, not until our state commits to fund the UC and the UC recommits to accessibility, affordability, and the quality of education at the UC. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Karim. Moving on, we will now hear from our committee office reports. On subsection 1, we have our Finance Committee. I will bring up Finance Committee minutes up on the screen. And I yield the floor to our Vice President of Finance, Irish Shane.
Okay, hi everyone. So first, I just want to let you all know that I have taken your concern and suggestion into consideration. So I have adjusted the Finance Committee's schedule to fit 3 more student organizations, additional 3 more into our weekly finance budget meetings. Okay, so we have allocated, we moved the auto renewal organizations to the first. And we have allocated 313 to the Vietnamese Student Association. For Mujeres Unidas, it's tabled for next week because of incomplete budget form. We have allocated 177 to the Student Homeless and Relief Project. And we have allocated 908 to Hispanic Scholarship Fund. We have allocated 1,329 to Alpha, 908 to the Association of Veterans and Service Members, 750 to Riverside Surging Dragons, 825 to Fencing Club, 998 to Badminton Club, $750 to vertical ascent, $825 to sustainable at UCR, $825 to Riverside Democra, and $998 to the Nikki Student Union. That is all. Can I motion to pass the budget allocations?
You may motion.
Oh, sorry. I motion to have the budget allocations passed.
Do I have a second? Okay. Seconded by Senator Keen Brown. All those in favor of passing the budget allocations? All those opposed? And abstained. By a vote of 13-0-0, this motion passes. Thank you very much. Moving on, subsection 2, our GCAP committee report. We will now be hearing from our Vice President of Campus Internal Affairs, Fernando Chivarito. So, Fernando, I yield the floor to you.
Thank you. So, we took a vote this week on the UCR Solar Tables Charging Network grant application. So, Michael's pulling it up right now. I'm going to briefly go over some of the things, how it met the qualifications for the GCAP grant, and then I'll go over the actual budget line items. So, the overall purpose of this project is to monitor various data points and performance characteristics relating to the solar tables recently installed around the campus of the University of California, Riverside. So essentially what this project is focusing on is adding a data analysis center onto the solar tables so that people can see how much power they're saving, seeing how much power is being generated by the solar tables, and it's going to be like a really dynamic thing to where we post like the total savings of all the solar tables onto a website. And then everyone can see like the data from all the solar tables at once, and then people can see like, oh, this is how much energy my phone just sucked up. Like, and then you can see like all of the things, and it's really gonna be really good just because we've never had data analysis before, so it'll be good for the students to really realize like how much they're saving and the good that they're doing. So, how does this meet the GCAP mission statement? So the Carrier Glass Green Infrastructure Connect tables went online on April 24th, 2014. Since then, each self-sustaining off-the-grid solar unit has allowed students to charge their laptops, phones, tablets, and other electronic devices with renewable energy. The solar charging stations give students an environmentally conscious and sustainable option when charging their electronic devices, while at the same time reducing the campus environmental impact by increasing the campus's use of green energy. There are many underlying questions behind the solar charging stations. How much energy are the tables generating? What is the actual use of the tables? If the planners had access to this data behind the questions, they could use this to implement future projects more efficiently. They could even adjust the placement of the solar tables based on student usage. So just to quickly summarize exactly what the purpose is just giving students the ability to see the data, as well as providing us information as to how to improve the tables overall, and seeing if we need to move to a couple tables, see if there's a place where there's better sunlight, and making sure that everyone knows how everything's working within the solar table. So it's like an education piece. So I'm going to skip down to the budget. So this is where the money's going. So they're spending for a transmission circuit. There's 13 at $40 a pop, so for a total of $520. A current power detection at quantity 34 at $2 for a total of $64. A microcontroller to handle the IC2 from sensors, a total of 13 at $2.50 for a total of $32.50. Sorted resistors, capacitors, wires, 13 at $30 for a total of $390. Prototyping, the testing of the circuits, they're going to do that once, and it's going to be $71.50. They're going to buy a Raspberry Pi 2 at $30 for a total of $60. Informational plaques, so just a little plaque dictating what it's going to be. 13 at $25, so for a total of $325. Tool set, one kit for $150, and then the labor cost is where the majority of the money is going to. So 217 hours at $11 the hour for a total of $2,387, and then the grant total will be $4,000. So at this time, does anyone have any questions? Can I have a motion to approve the grant?
Floor's open for motions. Senator Saraceni.
I move to approve the grant.
Second.
Seconded by Senator Christian Arredondo. All those in favor of approving the grant? All those opposed? And abstain. Okay, by a vote of 13-0-0, the grant passes. Thank you very much, Fernando.
Thank you. And that concludes my report.
Okay. Next item on the agenda, we have public comment. Different from public forum, this is the area where members of the gallery are able to comment on reports that they've heard, questions they'd like to refer to directly. So at this time, I'd like to open it up to gallery members who would like to come forward and present the Senate on issues that they have heard during this Senate meeting.
Good evening, ASUCR Undergraduate Senate.
I'm sorry, could you say your name in a minute, please?
My name is Kushal Sonawala. I'm just confused as to what's going on with ASUCR because none of the Senate minutes have been uploaded to the website, and I'm not even sure what anyone's doing. I should know because I'm a student.
President Dr. Karim, Senator collecting parking promotions for your meeting.
Thank you for your comments, Kushal. We are aware that our website currently is under construction. We received several attacks on our website, which made it unsafe for the student body and the general public to have the previous website up. So currently we're working diligently to have a new website up, which is safe for the whole student body. But we do apologize for the minutes not being up there. We will try to get it up as soon as possible. And then as of right now, we can email it out to you if you give us your information.
I will do that later on.
Okay.
And I have one more question. My apologies for everybody's meeting, but I want to know if you're doing any outreach events, because I'm part of a student organization on campus, and I wanted to do an outreach event. And I would like to invite schools from Los Angeles County, Orange County, Riverside County, and/or San Bernardino counties.
Yeah, so we can definitely help you with that. Our outreach director is not here currently, but I know that she will be having outreach hearings soon, from which you can present your outreach application and get funding for that event. And we can help you host this event together.
Nice. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Senator Kalecki, actually, Kushal, if you'd like to remain at the podium just very quickly. Senator Kalecki.
Oh, I'd just like to mention, if you're curious about what's happening with the Senate, if you go on YouTube to UCR Channel H, you can actually watch the videos. They're actually recording them right now.
Okay.
And you can see what's been going on with Senate. But I'm glad you brought it up because that's obviously something that we're going to need to market since people are unaware about it. So I'm glad that you came up and asked about that. But if you want, just go on YouTube, UCR Channel H.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Marketing Director, Redeemer.
Yeah, then real quick, Kushal, thank you for bringing that up. Currently, we're in the process of finding some outside help to get the website back up and running. What we've done for most of the other documents and some links is put everything on our Facebook page, and that's being updated pretty often. So in the interim, even though I know it's an inconvenience, if you want to like that page maybe, you can get a lot of information there, but we're working on getting the website up as soon as possible.
Great, thank you. Are there any other members of the gallery that wish to comment? Okay, seeing that, we can move on to arguably our most efficient Senate meeting of the to section I of roundtable and announcements. For the sake of continuing that tradition, please try to keep it within a minute. And I will begin on my left and continue to my right. Senator Kalecki.
Oh, pass.
What?
Senator Jackie Jacoby.
Pass.
Senator Priscilla Perret.
Yeah, so it was actually Herman's birthday last week, and I know that it was him who mentioned singing happy birthday on the horseshoe in the first place, so we'll only be doing him a right if we said happy birthday now, or sing to it.
Okay, Priscilla, why don't you lead us off?
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
birthday bien escogido.
Pass.
Birthday boy Herman second.
Thank you all for singing happy birthday. But secondly, thank you for all of those that came out to Turban Day today. Six Student Association hosted Turban Day today, and I'm glad that there are a lot of not only students and leaders of organizations, but a lot of members on this horseshoe that stood in solidarity with us. It not only means a lot to myself and to Six Student Association, but to pretty much the overall SIC community, and thank you so much, it means a lot.
Great, thank you so much. Marketing Director of Being Thought.
Thank you all for your social media presence for the past couple days. Everyone's been amazing, so let's just keep that up. Like, it's going really great.
Vice President of Campus Internal Affairs. Pass. I do have one quick announcement. As an early present, there will not be Senate meeting next Wednesday. This is due to largely because there will be very few students here on campus in preparation for the Thanksgiving holiday, and not only that, there's a slowdown in legislation as a result. And if we aren't being productive, then there is no reason. So, we will not have Senate meeting next Wednesday. That's mine, and that's my last one. Okay. President Malcolm.
I really want to urge, like it matters, but I would really like to urge the Board of Regents to take the unprecedented step to reject UC President's Janet Napolitano's proposal tomorrow at the full Board of Regents vote.
Vice President Finance Irish.
I'm just really happy.
President Pro Tem Porter Plaza.
Pass.
Elections Director Stephanie Rose.
Pass.
Personnel Director Senator Keith Brown.
A couple quick things. Here it is. So first thing is, over the summer, I met with Vice Chancellor Sandoval and Todd Wingate about a possible space for transferring commuter students. That was the summer. It's the end of the fall quarter pretty much. And we have a sign up on the door, but no activity. I don't see any activity going on. I looked through the doors, a little bit of crack, I haven't seen anything done. So I'm wanting us to, I've started a petition. So I'll email it to everybody. If you all can email it to everybody you know, that would be great. That's one thing, because a lot of transfer students are like, hey, Keem, we see the picture, but what now? I'm like, hey, I'm trying to figure out the same thing too. But what it is that over the summer, priorities there weren't many things in administration's face to deal with. Now there are. And so I just feel like the transfer students are being pushed back down. Not symbolically, but I just know how priorities happen, tuition hikes and a few other things. So I just don't want those students to go without, because it would be detrimental to their studies. And secondly, I put out a survey, as sort of a survey that I'm doing to gauge the climate of transfer students, what type of things that they want, and what type of things they wish they had coming in, so I can put together a proposal. If anything, just data that the school can use, anybody that wants to help transfer students can use. I'm doing that. And I'm saying it this way because I want to control the way the survey is administered, because if we send it, for example, from ASUCR, that's one thing that people will already know. So I want to get true, accurate results. So if we send it through ASUCR, oh yeah, that's one program, that's a skewed result. We send it through Student Life, that's another program, that's a skewed result. So how I'm going about doing it is bell tower tabling, classroom to classroom, asking professors for permission. And I'm hoping to get at least, it's supposed to be somewhere almost 2,000 transfer students here. I want to get at least 50% of those. So if you can, I'll send you emails, and you just send the email to anybody you know that may be a transfer as a student, not as a representative. And I think that's it.
Okay, something that we could do to reach a lot of people is if you go on iLearn, you can send that survey out to all of your classmates. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love discovering research. Great, thank you so much, Senator Christian Arnott.
Just one announcement on behalf of the Middle Eastern Student Center. Tomorrow they're going to be holding an event called America, which is like for a movie that they're going to have available for students to watch, and it's at 6 p.m. Hut Plaza. And it says, watch a movie under the stars, bring a blanket to the lawn by the coffee bean to see a movie, laugh with your campus community, and enjoy a free tea and hot chocolate bar. So once again, tomorrow at 6 p.m., Hub Plaza, if you want to come out. Apparently you can bring a blanket and kind of chill. Another thing, I wasn't aware that we weren't going to have a meeting next week, so I have to say it. I'm going to be in charge of the late night at Scotty's event, which is where we kind of open up Scotty's and like senators work it, and students come and like are able to get coffee and like muffins we're hoping, and fruit and drinks. And that's actually finals week, and I'm planning to do it the 15th and the 16th. Traditionally it was 3 days long, but I'm hoping for 2 instead. But just more options those 2 days. And I just want to tell you guys that now because I understand it's finals week, so like please plan accordingly because I am expecting all of Senate to like participate and do 2-hour shifts. So 15th and the 16th of December from 8 to midnight. So just be prepared. Yeah, I will remind everyone and like, keep everyone posted, but yeah.
Great, thank you. All right, Senator Richard Lee.
Pass.
Senator Paulson Jones.
Pass.
Senator Delaney Cody.
Pass.
Senator Summer Shaker.
I just wanted to publicly thank all the people that came out to the action yesterday, and especially the 28 who stayed until very late last night, and also the people who aren't here that are at the Regents meeting right now and spent their day enduring some crazy things up at the Regents meeting and with the terrible news that was broken today. And so I just wanted to publicly thank them for that.
Great, thank you so much. Yes,
Can what actually happened? I'm hearing conflicting stories. The news is not sure.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
So we have our first of 3 votes from the Regents. So the first one is from the committee, and then it goes to the entire board. Although they all, in tradition, they've always taken the committee's vote as. So in essence, it's passed.
Thank you.
Anyone want to add on to that? Okay. And lastly, Senator Jason Ramirez.
All right, so super quickly. Tomorrow, Thursday at 9:30, we will be meeting for Project DTR, so Project Downtown Riverside. Jessica, Colette, and myself are going to be working on that. I've also got in touch with one of the Lyft interns, I believe was his official title, so hopefully he comes out to that. If anybody in the gallery wants to get in on that, you're more than welcome to show up 9:30 a.m. At the ASUCR office. And basically what we're trying to do is increase the nightlife of Riverside, make Riverside a more college-friendly environment, and also keep students that traditionally go home over the weekends to stay here on the weekends. And one of the big aims that we have at the moment is to start a like page called Project DTR, and what we're going to do is post different specials that different clubs, different bars, different venues have, so that if anybody likes the page, they can just say it's a Monday night, they can go on there and look, oh, okay, Pete's Coffee has this on Monday night, or, Sevilla's has this on Tuesday night.
Like Mustache Monday?
Yeah, like Mustache Monday, for example. And that way, it kind of keeps everybody informed, and hopefully we want to work more directly with, the various restaurants, various bars, various associations within Riverside, and see if we can kind of do something that we can all do with the university in conjunction somehow. But at the moment, right now, that's what we have, and if you guys have any input, more than welcome to come to the meeting. Again, 9:30 a.m. tomorrow at the ASUCR office. And that's all.
Great, thank you. Okay. Yeah, President Roosevelt. Awesome.
I move to adjourn.
Moving on to our final item on the agenda, we have adjournment. I'll now open up the floor to Senate for motions. And we have a motion from President Pro Tem Plaza to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second by Senator Jason Ramirez. All those in favor?
Yeah.
All those in favor? All those in favor of adjournment? Yeah. Okay. All those opposed? And abstain.
Oh my God. Leaves after half an hour.
Okay. Right. But a vote of 12-0-1, this motion passes.
What if somebody said they object To the most, to the parents.
Hey, you have to join. Only you can do that. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, everyone.
A week
You guys need to sign this.
The queen has spoken.